Okay, so Cancer, listen, this week we are still under that intense shadow of the blood moon eclipse that's happening as we speak, okay? So if you have been feeling drained, restless, or even just like, y'all, fate is just rearranging your life, you're not crazy, Cancer. You're not imagining it. Spirit is shaking the table, all right? And I'm telling you, y'all, the moves that are happening right now, they are setting you up for the rest of this eclipse season. Really, honestly, for the rest of the year, y'all, because this energy is going to play out for a little bit, okay? So I want you to stay with me because the energy this week, it might look a little quiet on the surface, especially compared to last week, but this is my fair warning to you. Tune in because the undercurrents are very much loud, okay? And I'm going to tell you all about it. So let's get into it, okay? Hey, my loves. Welcome back to the Cancerian Vibe. I'm Bridget, and this is your one-stop shop for astrology, intuitive insights, and just all things Cancer, okay? If you have been here before, you already know. Y'all, this is the home for Cancer and Cancer placements to get clarity, alignment, and get you that good nurturing wisdom that we all need, okay? So if you're new, definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the weekly check-ins. I always make sure my Cancers are equipped for the week ahead. So speaking of the week ahead, y'all, the big headline is that we are still vibrating from this energy from the full moon total lunar eclipse happening in the sign of Pisces. This is also called the blood moon. You may have heard me refer to it as that. If you missed the reading that I did on this energy, go watch that after this because this is where I went deep, all right? I went deep on the fated changes unfolding for us right now, and this eclipse is just the first domino, right? The second eclipse is going to hit on the 21st. Be prepared for it, okay? So just think of this week as like the bridge between breakdowns and breakthroughs, okay? So this is still a pivotal week. Now astrologically this week, y'all, it is a little quieter. We only have like 2 transits towards the end of the week. September the 13th, Vesta is going to enter Sagittarius, and Vesta, if you're not familiar, is all about devotion, okay? Devotion, discipline, focus, like sacred focus, though, okay? And so when she shifts into Sagittarius, it's going to ask us what beliefs, what truth, what like bigger picture are you ready to commit your energy to, all right? For Cancer, for us, y'all, this could show up in like our daily rituals, your spiritual practices, or even just how you pour into your projects with purpose, so this is kind of a big deal. And then the next day we have our last quarter moon in the sign of Gemini, y'all, and this one is big, okay, because the last quarter is always about the review and the release, right? And in Gemini, it's all about the mind, all right? It's an air sign, so you can expect conversations, you can expect some thoughts, all right? Or really you can even expect some news that may kind of make you rethink what you've been carrying, what you've been, holding on to. So I feel like Spirit is saying if it does not align with where these eclipses are trying to take you, where they're pushing you to, because they're not asking nicely, come on, okay? Spirit says it has to go, Cancer. It's gotta go. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you suddenly just don't have the energy for the gossip or distractions or just the half-hearted commitments. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm over it, right? This week wants you to sharpen your focus, to get laser focused, Cancer, because the new reality that Spirit is carving out for us, for you, for us, Cancers, is going to require all of you, okay? You can't half, how they say it, half-ass it. Yeah, because I keep it real and raw. But, if cursing ain't your thing, I'm sorry. Anyway, before we dive into the tarot, you guys, I did want to say too, because in the full moon total lunar eclipse deep dive that I did for us on the channel, I did say that I was going to go deeper into it over on my other channel, but I got a little sick and I wasn't able to complete the video. But in that video, I plan to talk about the whole entire eclipse season. So the first eclipse that's happening now and the one that's happening on the 21st. So definitely still go over, subscribe, turn on the notification bell because I'm going to drop that for you. But because I didn't put it over there already, go ahead and drop your big 3 in the comment section, so I can just tell you, I'll reply back to your comment and tell you where these eclipses are going to be hitting you, so you can know what to expect. These fated changes, what area of your life you can expect them in, okay? But before we dive into the cards, you guys, I do just want to remind you, don't forget that you can find all of my links, you guys, in the description box below and in the pinned comment. I love how Virgo, the Hermit, keeps showing up for us. It's Virgo energy, okay? But my pinned comment, you guys, there's a link if you want a reading with me, a one-on-one session with me, classes, my ebooks, all of that. While you're down there, of course, like I said, drop your big 3 in the comments, and then so I can share how the eclipse are hitting your chart personally. Also, while you're down there, say hey to me, you guys. I love interacting with you guys. Let me know what part of the reading resonates for you most. I love reading your comments. Leave me some good energy on my thumbs up button, you guys. I really, really appreciate that. That does a lot for the channel, and I just caught 555. So look, definitely trying to reach more Cancers, you guys. I would appreciate your love and support on this mission. And so I'm noticing a new thing on YouTube too. Not only am I going to ask you to give me a little thumbs up, I'm going to ask you to hype the video if you can, because I'm noticing that's a new rollout that YouTube is using to kind of push out creators. And so I would be most appreciative. It's still free. It costs you nothing. It's just like hitting the thumbs up button. Just do it twice. You know what I mean? So I really, really appreciate that, you guys. It really, really does support me, the channel, and I'm just really, really appreciative of it. Okay, but I done ran my mouth. Let's get into it, Cancer. Let's get into it. We're going to see what the overall energy is for this upcoming week, September the 8th through the 14th. What's the overall energy guiding Cancer? Makes sense. Life purpose. I told you this is the time where Spirit is saying it's time to put that effort, focus in on your purpose and why you're here. Life purpose is showing up. And we have Move Through Fear showing up here at the bottom of the deck, you guys. So look, you may have some fear around what you feel like your life purpose is, or you may have some fear around how to move in your purpose, right? But Spirit is saying move anyway. Move anyway. Do I want to read the additional message for? I'm going to read the additional message for this life purpose. Let's see. Life purpose says, the answer to your question is bringing you closer and closer to your divine life purpose, okay? Many humans feel a deep need to intertwine their purpose in their career. But for some people, that is possible, and for others, it is not, all right? Your guides are asking you not to worry about money, okay? Stop trying to find the perfect job or chase success. This card signals that it is time for you to admit the truth to yourself about what you genuinely love to do, Cancer, okay? Don't think about trying to pay them bills. Don't think about trying to make mama and daddy and family happy. What do you really, truly align with, enjoy doing? What would you do if you couldn't get paid for it, right? That's where you'll find, in order to begin to move closer to finding and fulfilling your destiny, your life purpose, your passions, though they seem not to coordinate well, are designed to correlate perfectly to form your purpose and your path, all right? So at the core, your purpose on earth is to simply be happy, babe, okay? You have the ability to choose how you use your talents to find the ability to find the happiness in this life. So focus. Again, I feel like the key word this week is focus. Focus upon serving your own soul through your joyful service to the world, and the rest will fall into place. Spirit is saying, stop trying to go find the highest paying job or the job that's going to keep your bills paid or what you think, you know. And it's right here. Look, Move Through Fear wanted to show up too. So I guess Spirit is really saying, I'm going to read the affirmation from here. I'm not going to read the whole message, but I definitely feel like, so the affirmation says, I am a fearless child of the universe. I was born to bravely seize my dreams and desires. I step forward courageously into my destiny. So again, this is destiny, okay? The eclipses are moving you into destiny, moving you into purpose, and asking you to do it scared. Do it anyway, okay? Do it broke, quote unquote, because you're not broke. Be careful how you what words you use to describe yourself, but do it. Don't worry about the money. I feel like we get caught up in that because That's another story for another day. But Spirit is urging us not to worry about the money, Cancer, okay? Don't worry about the ins and odds. Don't worry about how it's going to work out. Spirit is just saying your job is to simply just do what feels good. Do what you love. Like, you know, think about it. Think about it as if you were this kept person and you ain't have no bills to pay. All you had to do was wake up and just live how you want it to live. That's what Spirit is asking you to do, to have that kind of belief that Spirit can sustain you just like that. Like, it does not have to be this rigmarole that society tries to teach us, y'all. You understand? But I really feel like with this life purpose as the overall energy, Cancer, for this week, is really pushing us again, like, you know, straight towards destiny, towards life purpose. And that blood moon eclipse, it really shook something awake in you, okay? It is no longer just enough to just move through life and you know, just going through the motions or just being on autopilot, right? Spirit is highlighting what you were born to do, why you even exist in this realm, okay? This is what Spirit is doing, what you can no longer ignore, okay? This is a burning desire. It's like if you don't put it out or if you don't tend to it, it's going to, you know, do damage. You can no longer ignore this, Cancer. But here's the thing. And especially with this move through fear that showed up here at the bottom of the deck, you know, and look, some of you may feel like you still need to do some studying and learning, and that's okay. You know, that you still may have some things to learn. You may kind of connect with someone who can help you learn it. But here's the thing. With the move through fear showing up, that just tells me that the only thing standing between you and fully stepping into your purpose is fear itself, okay? This could be the fear of being seen, the fear of failure, fear of leaving behind what's familiar, whatever it is. I feel like Spirit is saying this week is about facing that fear, moving through it, and just choosing to live in your purpose, your destiny anyway, you know, without fear, no matter what it is. But let's move deeper into the week. Let's pull some more cards and see. Let's see what the challenge is that's showing up this week. Spirit is saying it's time out now. It's kind of like, you know, you came to earth with a mission, with a purpose. And that's what pays your bills on this earth. Not you going to clock in and getting a paycheck. Not you doing your side hustle, whatever. No, you showing up in your most authentic self and living out your destiny. That's what's going to keep you paid. That's what's going to keep you with the resources that you need, Cancer. That's what's going to keep you with the people that you need around you. So just, it's no more ignoring it. We have to move towards it. Let's see what the potential challenge is this week showing up for Cancer. That's too many. What's the potential challenge showing up this week after this eclipse? All right, so we look. Well, I love this kind of energy with the Knight of Wands showing up, and then the Nine of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like the challenge, Cancer, with this Knight of Wands energy is that urge or wanting to kind of rush it. You want to rush for it. You kind of want to go for it. And I feel our pain because, again, that eclipse came in and kind of like woke something up in you. And so now you're ready to hit the ground running. You're ready to feel this light that you are getting, that you're getting in your visions and your dreams. That's not by coincidence. Like, you're not just daydreaming, just a daydream. You're getting this insight. You're getting these visions about your future because Spirit is trying to give you game, put you up on game, okay? But you can't rush forward, okay? You don't want to just dive head first and just chase any and every spark, Cancer, of passion without a solid plan, right? And I feel like that's going to be the thing here with the Knight of Wands. Haste makes waste. You want to still move strategically, okay? I feel like it's that restless fire kind of energy that is going to want to make you do something right now. And after all this eclipse energy kind of stirred things up, that makes sense. But the shadow side of this card is the burnout. So you have to be careful of burning out, okay? That impulsiveness can be reckless. So be mindful, Cancer. And you want to be careful not to start something without the full stamina behind yourself to finish it. You know, it can look good, it can look glamorous to want to, you know, start it, but then you get into the middle of it and you're not able to handle it, sustain it, right? That's why Spirit is telling you, don't move too quick, okay? And then with the Nine of Pentacles here at the bottom, I feel like Spirit is just reminding you that your true fulfillment and your true success, that's not built overnight, y'all. It's not. It is something that is cultivated. You know, you have to have patience. You have to have consistency, you know, and you have to, I feel like, really just trust yourself and trust in your own worth, Cancer, because the challenge here is going to be balancing the fire to move forward, and then with the wisdom to kind of just pace yourself so that you don't sabotage yourself in the long run. Like when it comes to your long-term abundance, that's waiting for you. And I feel like with Temperance right here behind it, again, just confirmation about balance that needs to happen, Cancer. So I'm going to ask how we can best navigate that energy, but balance being part of the answer, I can tell you. How can Cancer best navigate this energy this week, Spirit? All right, so that the Six of Swords trying to come out with it too, but look, the Hermit energy is showing up, going within. And I feel like with the Hermit showing up, y'all, to navigate this week, Cancer, Spirit is really telling, like, begging you to slow down, all right? Slow down and tune in with yourself, this Hermit energy. This is not about chasing every firecracker idea that sparks up after this eclipse, because it is going to spark some emotion, some energy, some excitement in you. It's not, you know, about really the outward. It's about turning inward and getting quiet, okay? And letting your own wisdom guide you, okay? I feel like the Hermit says that the answers aren't out there in the chaos. They're already really inside you. You know, when it comes to your life purpose, this is about you. It's already inside you, and it's just waiting to be revealed, okay? It's just waiting to be revealed, but you have to pause and you have to, like, listen. You have to really tune in, okay? There's not a coincidence that we're still in Virgo season and this Hermit energy keeps following us, okay? And then, yeah, with the star here at the bottom of the deck, y'all, we had the star come up. I feel like the guidance is clear, okay? Your healing, your clarity, your hope on the other side of this stillness, you know what I mean? That's what the star is representing, you know what I mean? And when you take your time to really go inward, you're going to reconnect with the bigger vision that Spirit is just, I feel like, restoring in your life, because you may have lost some hope around it. You may have just felt like it was too big of a dream to quote unquote come true, right? But this week, I feel like your navigation strategy is going to be not about doing more, not about trying to hustle and, like, you know, hustle culture tries to trick you into doing. No, it's going to be about doing less. The strategy is actually to do less, Cancer, and be more, okay? You want to be more, just more being, you know, just existing, less rushing, and just a lot more reflecting this week. So do not feel bad, you know, because you feel like you're ready to take off and you can't, because Spirit is really trying to get you to kind of rest and go within. All right, that is the pause. Trust that this pause, y'all, is actually pointing you towards your purpose. All right, it's for a reason. It absolutely is. Let's see, do I want to move over into, let's go into love and relationships. I heard y'all in the comment section. I'm gonna try to come back and do a love reading for y'all. I'm thinking about doing, let me know in the comment section how y'all want me to do a love reading, because I had someone specifically ask for like a singles love reading. Then I was thinking maybe I could do like a pick a card reading, so that way, you know, I can try to pick up on kind of multiple energies or multiple stories in regards to love, because I know we're all over the place when it comes to love. So let me know, yeah, let me know how y'all want to do that. But let's see. What's the energy guiding love and relationships for Cancer this week? Ooh. Okay, so look, we got quality time that's showing up, but we got some red flags that need to be addressed, okay? So the card quality time says spending more time together and doing things you enjoy is important now. If you are single, this card tells you to spend more time with friends, okay? This card highlights parties and a good time. So look, there's some quality time, and I feel like this is going to be tied to your purpose, even though it's kind of contradictory with the Hermit energy, right? And I feel like with red flags here at the bottom, it's just, again, another caution that Spirit is giving us a stop sign. But it's not to say stop like you're going to be blocked forever. But it is very much a time to slow down. You know, when you come to a stop sign, you look both ways and you make sure before you keep pressing ahead. And I feel like that's what is happening this week, whether it be in love, whether it be in your money and career, or just generally, okay? But in the love energy this week, it's all about connection and presence, right? Because with quality time showing up, y'all, I feel like it's calling you to lean into the people who genuinely just pour into you, right? So whether that's a partner, whether that's your family, or like a close friend or your closest friends, whoever that needs to be, okay? If you're single, Cancer, Spirit wants you to get out and be social. So I know how we can sometimes, I know I'm a homebody, honey. I can be in the house. But get out, okay? Surround yourself with good energy. Share your good energy, Cancer. That, you know, be around energy that feels good. Don't isolate yourself, even though I know that's kind of contradictory. So you gotta find that balance. Remember the balance. But do let yourself enjoy life. If you are, you know, wanting friends or romantic interests or whatever, like, you got to get out of your own energy. So that just makes sense. But because the red flag here energy is at the bottom with this warning kind of energy, just because someone wants your time or attention doesn't mean that they have to have it, that they even deserve it. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to be very discerning about where you invest your energy. Okay? So if someone's showing you who they are, you're going to have to believe that. Okay? But this week in love, I feel like the real test is to really just enjoy connection, okay, without ignoring the signs that are going to protect your peace. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't know if I read that. The red flags, don't overlook the warning signs, okay, regarding this situation or whatever situation, because someone may act in a very negative and destructive way, and that's not really healthy for you. You need quality, not quantity, okay? There we go. Let's move it to what's going on with the energy guiding money and career for Cancer. Did I not tell you Spirit is asking you to rest? Rest and reset. So, and this is the Four of Swords. So again, it's a mind thing, okay? My card says a rested mind builds better empires. So this is all about strategy. And remember, I told you the strategy is not to do more. It's really to do less, Cancer. And see, definitely the air energy is showing up. We got the Two of Mindsets here at the bottom of the deck. And you may be kind of at this crossroads where you're at, where you're in a decision dilemma, and Spirit is telling you is showing you which route to take, okay? But you have to go within. I feel like dreams are going to be very vivid, very telling, daydreams even. So yeah, rest, Cancer. I feel like the message is like crystal clear what Spirit is asking us. Spirit really wants us to slow down. This may even start to feel kind of like a Mercury retrograde in the sense that things are slowing down, especially with this air energy. So rest and reset, I feel like it's saying, you know, again, the rested mind is going to build a better empire. But right now, pushing harder or trying to do more is not the answer. It's not going to help you. It's just going to frustrate you more. Resting smarter is going to be the solution. So sometimes, you know, the best business move isn't, you know, hustling and grinding, but it's about pulling back so that you can come back sharper. You can hit the game, you know, from a different angle better. All right. And then, like I said, with this decision dilemma that wanted to show up here, at the excuse me, I kind of see where You may be feeling like torn between options, uncertain about, you know, which financial or career move to make. You may even be deciding between resting and hustling, okay? And I'm telling you, choose the road where you rest, because you may think that hustling is going to get you more, but it's not, okay? I feel like, you know, Spirit says you don't have to make the choice in exhaustion and confusion and in this chaos or whatever. The clarity will come when you pause and restore your energy, right? And allow your intuition to just rise above all of the noise that's around you. It's really about getting quiet and going within. That's what this week is really, really about. Do not force anything, okay? Like, respect the red flag, respect the stop sign. You know what I mean? If you're on the road and you see a stop sign or even a yield sign, you're gonna slow up, you're gonna check the scene. You know what I mean? And you need to treat this week like that. All right, do not force anything, because this is the week to recharge so you can be ready to decide when that next eclipse hits us on the 21st. So overall, yeah, that mindset, and the mindset is that you don't have to hustle to create abundance. You just have to exist authentically. That's a part of your purpose, your life purpose. I actually do want to read the additional message through this Move Through Fear, and I knew I was meant to because I went right to it. Okay, and I'm gonna end the reading on that. But it says, look, don't allow the nagging voice of ego to dissuade you from the visions that you hold in your heart. You are being guided to take action on something, and it is imperative that you have greater faith in yourself than you do in your fears. Your angels and your guides would not offer you inspirations and ideas that would lead you anywhere other than your highest and greatest good. So if you're dreaming about it, that's why I say if you're dreaming about it, daydreaming about it, you're getting a vision of it, you crave it, whatever, it's not just for no reason, okay? You are not alone as you move forward fearlessly toward your goals and aspirations. Please feel your guides with you now, helping you to take the steps to break through the barriers of doubt. All right. The things that instill the most resistance within us are often the things that we must embrace the most. All right. So ask your higher wisdom and your angels to help you understand what it is you truly fear, as it is likely not what you are consciously connected to at this moment. Yeah, that's a mouthful right there, because you could be thinking you're fearing, oh, I don't have the money, but you're really fearing, oh my gosh, if I'm this successful, it's gonna take more work from me. And yeah, that's a word. Okay, so it says ask your angels for a higher understanding, to see what you truly fear, as it is not likely what you are consciously connected to at this moment. Then pray for the assistance to help you transcend the feelings of fear and do it anyway. Okay, and I feel like there could definitely be fear around not necessarily making a move quick. Don't get in this thing of, oh, I gotta make it before somebody else makes a move, or I gotta make this move before I quit or whatever. No, be brave, babe. Okay, Spirit is saying that you got this, and you don't have to rush into this decision, okay? You don't. And I feel like, yeah, with this messenger, this Page of Cups, or Page of Cups is showing up here at the bottom of the deck. New offers and invitations, so incoming opportunities. That's why I feel like Spirit is trying to say you can't, like, even though it is a time to be reflective and to be turned inward, you can't isolate yourself fully, because new opportunities are coming through your connections, quality connections. Okay, so to sum it all up, Cancer, I feel like this week might look quiet in the sky, okay? But please make no mistakes that the blood moon eclipse is still doing the heavy lifting, okay? Definitely doing that heavy lifting behind the scenes, you guys. And Spirit, I feel like it's clearing your mind and sharpening your focus. Remember, focus is that key word. And just reminding you that your devotion belongs to what truly expands you, okay? So I'm gonna leave it here, you guys. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like it, you know, hype it. I appreciate it. Share it with a fellow Cancer, and definitely comment down below if you're ready to go deeper, especially with this eclipse season energy being this powerful, y'all. Make sure you click the link in the description box or down in my on my pinned comment to book a personal session, y'all. Or you can grab one of my guides, whatever. Everything you need is going to be on that link, okay? So we got another eclipse on the 21st, and I'll be back to break that down as well. So definitely make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. You do not want to miss what Spirit has in store, Cancer. You don't, okay? So make sure you tuned in, tapped in. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, I love you.